Hello everyone, welcome to this session. In this session, we will take a topic of shear stress distribution for a rectangular section. In the previous video lecture, we have taken a derivation for shear stress distribution for circular section, and in this lecture, we will have the derivation for rectangular section. So let us see. First of all, there is a figure is there in front of you. This figure is a rectangular shape. You know that the breadth is B, depth of this rectangle is D. There is a neutral axis and shaded area is there. Okay, first of all we have to finding out the shear stress for a shaded area. Then we can determine the shear stress for a whole section above the neutral axis or below the neutral axis, and other type of the shear stresses. So let us consider a rectangular section ABCD, a beam as shown in figure. Assume first of all the layer EF at a distance y from the neutral axis. First of all we have to consider one layer in the section. In the figure you can see EF is the layer which is a distance y from the neutral axis. Okay, and small b is the width of the rectangular section. Small d is the depth of the rectangular section. NA is the neutral axis of the beam. EF is the layer of the beam at a distance y from neutral axis. Capital A is the area of the section CDEF. Okay, capital A is the area of the CDEF shaded area. Y bar is the distance of CG of the area CDF, means that shaded area CG from the neutral axis. So this y bar distance is the distance of CG of shaded area from the neutral axis. Okay. Next, the shear stress at a section will be given by, we know that if you want to determine shear stress at any section, we will have the relation tau is equal to FA y bar divided by IB. So this is a basic formula. We can use this formula for finding the shear stress at any particular section. Okay. Now consider the value of area of section where the shear stress is to be determined. So we know that this is a shaded area. In this we have to determine the shear stress. So what is the area of this shaded area? Means area of this shaded portion. It is the breadth is B. What is the depth? It is D by 2 minus Y. Okay, so from the geometry you can easily determine the values. Breadth is B and depth is D by 2 minus Y. Now distance of CG of the area CDEF from the neutral axis. What will be the distance of that shaded area from the neutral axis? It is y bar, and that can be written as or determined. Y bar is equal to, first of all, y plus this distance D by 2 minus y, and whose half of that. Okay, so y plus D by 2 minus y again divided by 2. So we can reach up to the CG from the neutral axis. So means this y bar is the distance of the CG from the neutral axis. So from the geometry itself you can easily determine these values. And what is the value of I? I is BD cube by 12. I is the moment of inertia of the whole section. It is a BD cube by 12. Now let us use the value of all above calculated values or parameters in equation of the shear stress. So whatever we have determined the values of y bar, I, capital A, area of the shaded area. So we can put all these values in our basic relation of shear stress is tau is equal to F into A y bar. So this is our basic formula, basic equation. So put all these values. F is the shear force as it is. Capital A is the area of the shaded area, that portion CDEF. This is the portion we have determined the area. put that value b into d by 2 minus y. What is the value of y bar? Now determine here. You can see here y bar. This value from the geometry we have determined. Put that value of y bar into this relation. Divide by I. I is the moment of inertia of the whole section, bd cube by 12, and into b. Okay, b is as it is. Now solve this equation. Okay, so or simplify this equation, we'll get the relation f by 2 d by 2 bracket square minus y square bd cube by 12 divided by bd cube by 12. So after solving or after simplifying the equation, we'll get the shear stress equation at the layer EF like this. So this expression we'll get for that particular layer. So now we got the relation shear stress for one particular layer. Now you can determine the shear stress at any particular point. Only we just know the distance from the neutral axis. Okay, so now you can determine the shear stress at any particular point. So we have derived the one basic relation. From this particular relation is useful for finding out the shear force for any particular point. Now, for above equation, it is observed that at a distance y is equal to d by 2 at the top or bottom. So this y is equal to d by 2 means from the CG or from the neutral axis, this distance is d by 2 at the top or d by 2 up to the bottom. So okay, so this y is d by 2 at the top or bottom, and that particular position means at the top or at the bottom the shear stress is 0. So you can simply put y is equal to d by 2, you will get the shear stress 0. Okay, so from the derivation and from that particular relation, you will get the value of shear stress 0 when you put y is equal to d by 2. Second case, at y is equal to 0. If you put y is equal to 0 in the same relation, y is equal to 0 means where? At the neutral axis. Y is equal to 0 at the neutral axis. So maximum shear stress will get. So we know that at the neutral axis where the y is equal to 0, there is a maximum neutral axis. At the CG, there is a maximum neutral axis is there, or there is a maximum shear stress is there. So you simply put y is equal to 0. Whenever there is a y 0, there the shear stress is maximum. So now we'll get the relation tau max is equal to 3f divided by twice of bd. So tau max is equal to 1.5 f upon bd. So what is this f upon bd? What is this f upon bd? This is f upon bd is the tau average. So you can see here tau average is equal to F is shear force, BD. What is BD? BD is the area, okay, of rectangular section. B into D, it is the area. So this area, shear force divided by area, means F upon BD. So if you put F upon BD, the tau average, so we'll get the relation this tau max is equal to 1.5 into tau average. So this relation is important, okay, because most of the time in the questions, in the competitive examination, this relation is important. So what is the relation between tau average and tau max? So that relation is this. For a rectangular section, tau max is equal to 1.5 tau average. Okay, so we have to remember this particular relation. Okay, tau max value 1.5 tau average. Therefore, we can say that a rectangular section value of maximum shear stress will be equal to 1.5 times the mean or average shear stress. Means maximum shear stress, the value is 1.5 times. Maximum shear stress value is 1.5 times tau average. And from the equation of shear stress, we can say that the shear stress distribution diagram will follow parabolic curve. You can see this is a section, rectangular section. This is a shaded area, and this is a diagram. This is a shear stress distribution diagram. So what is the shape of this shear force distribution diagram? Shear stress distribution diagram, it is a parabolic shape. Okay, so this shape is parabolic. It is a parabolic curve. And where is the maximum shear stress? From the figure, from the diagram you can see that there is a maximum value, and that maximum value is this. Okay, maximum value is this, that 3f divided by twice of BD. This is the maximum value. And tau average at any particular point. Okay, so shear stress is distributed parabolically across the rectangular section, and shear stress will be maximum at y is equal to 0 and will be 0 at the extreme ends. So from the figure you can see that the shear stress is 0 at the extreme ends, means at the top and at the bottom, and at the y0 the shear stress is maximum. Okay, so from the figure it is easily understand whether it is section, rectangular or any other. You can easily see that at extreme ends means there is a y is maximum, the shear stress is 0, and where the y is 0 their shear stress is maximum. Thank you very much.